Hey people, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing a new Netflix original film, a Netflix original film, net film, something like that. This is The Hater. So, how to explain this? Well, first things first, this movie is 2 hours and 60 minutes long. It's ridiculously long. It took me a long time to watch this. One of the longer movies on Netflix, at least ones I've watched. I don't know if there's any longer ones out there. I don't watch Netflix all the time, so I don't know. But one of the longer ones I've watched on Netflix. And okay, so I'm going to do spoiler section free, then spoiler section. So, spoiler section free. I'll give you the premise of it. Basically, the premise is this guy, he kind of has a hard life-ish, not really, where he kind of lies a lot. He's almost like a psychopathic liar. What do you call that? I forgot what you call the liars that like lie all the time. I forgot what you call them. But he lies a lot, and he does bad things to people because it's part of his job. And plus, it seems like he doesn't really give a shit either at the same time. A few parts, you're like, oh, he must give a shit, but then other parts, you're like, nah, he doesn't really give a shit. So yeah, basically, he does bad things for work. And he keeps on doing these bad things until it all culminates in this one horrible thing, and he gets away scot-free pretty much. And that's all I can really say. It's fairly good. If I were to rate it 1 to 10, 1 being horrible, 5 being average, 10 being like awesome, I'd say 6. I would rate it a 6 because it was a pretty good movie. Now, spoiler section. Okay, so basically, this movie starts off with this guy. He's in college, I presume. He plagiarizes a paper, gets booted out of college. So he tries to work through all these companies and stuff. Then he finds a company that's basically a social media company that basically flings, like, does mud flinging and basically does harassment campaigns and all that shit. Just basically makes up shit and for people that pay them. So it just makes up shit. Now you can say, what's the difference between that and normal media? Not much. But it's just a media thing that just makes up shit and gets people in trouble for it. And basically, he's tasked with making up shit for this politician that his opponent, does not want him to win. So he's tasked to make shit up so he would fail as a politician. And he does a bunch of really fucked up shit. Like, this guy wants to bring in immigrants and shit, and he basically telling people like, hey, like, the immigrants are evil and shit. You've all heard it before. It's happened in real life. And most of it is bullshit. The vast majority of shit like that is bullshit. Unless, I don't know, maybe some of you believe it. Well, you shouldn't, but if you do, you gotta get more educated, I guess. Hopefully you don't. But yeah, it's just basically making all this bullshit up and saying like, oh, this is why we have problems, and this is why we have this, and this is why we have this, which ends up getting other people hurt in reality and ends up not fixing any problems because you just re-elect the same person over and over again, and you realize, hey, I thought you said you were going to do this time. They're like, no, I said that, but I'm not going to. Because people are fucking stupid, and they'll believe anything. People are like, yeah, you're right. It is immigrants. It is this. It is that. It must not be this shitty politician and all the people that he's corrupt under. But yeah, it's just kind of like that. Because most politicians are corrupt, and This guy is one of the ones that was paid to help corrupt the other one that's not as corrupt. So he makes up a bunch of stories and shit. Then eventually he goes to this guy and he tries to get him to get fired and shit. And at the end, he basically hires someone to kill him, which is super duper fucked up. Because he just hires someone to kill him straight up. He hires a mentally deranged guy to gun him down, and he ends up doing it, gunning down several other people, including stabbing the guy who is our main protagonist, which is really messed up. Or antagonist? No, I guess he's kind of an antagonist. He's like the main character, but he's kind of an antagonist, not really a protagonist. And there's this whole storyline about him having a crush on this girl who then he kind of starts almost dating, and then she dumps him before it starts because he lied to her parents about being in school and shit. And he's kind of a creepy stalker, a little bit of a creepy stalker. But at the end, he gets their trust too because he ends up saving the day. And he's basically this giant scumbag that looks like he's basically a psychopath at the end. And he even goes back to his job and he's just like, "Hey, I did what you asked me." And the girl's just like, "Holy shit," pretty much, like thinking that, not actually saying that, but like going like, "Holy shit, I created a monster." And at the end, he keeps his job. He gets the girl, kind of. I think maybe. I don't know for sure. He did give her a kiss on the lips, so I don't know. But I think this is made in like Italy or something, so I think it's regular to kiss people, but not on the lips. I don't know. But he might have got the girl at the end. And he also gets a bunch of pity because he saved the day. So at the end, he kind of turns into a fucking psychopath, and I'm sure he'll continue doing fucked up shit. Maybe not that fucked up, but fucked up shit. Because sometimes, sad to say, the bad guy does get away, and I guess it's also kind of sequel bait because there might be a sequel. Who knows? They left it off on a thing where it's just like, hey, if this was like a one thing time, it's good, but we also can make a sequel if we really want to. They left it off like not on a cliffhanger. Just on like a good beat, they left it off on like, not a good beat, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they left it off on somewhere where it's just like, hey, if we don't get another one, it's good. But if we do, we can still have some more story. But anyways, all in all, I would say it's a 6. It was pretty good. A little bit too long. They could have cut some things out of there. But yeah, it was pretty good. They could have cut some things out of there, like more of like the school stuff. We didn't really need to know that he was like cut out of school and stuff. The girlfriend situation sort of thing. It was a thing. I don't know if that was really necessary to have part of it. But I guess it was. It would have been better just to have like a guy down his luck and then he gets a job at this one place. Through happenstance or whatever. But a lot of it was just like, some stuff that was like, didn't really need that. But all in all, pretty good. But damn, it was long. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, share, and share. Hit that bell notification. And also, the acting, pretty good. The voice acting, again, it was a different language. And I watched it in the English dub. So the English dub was okay. It was pretty good voice acting in the English dub. Although sometimes you did get that odd thing where it didn't really match the characters sometimes. Where it kind of looked like, are they really saying that? Sometimes you got that a little bit. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. And I hope you like this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. Best way to get my content. Link down below to my Twitter. And as always, our friends, stay sane. Peace. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look over here, buddy. Look over here.